When Halo Combat Evolved launched on November 15, 2001, it didn't just redefine a genre, it reshaped an entire industry. At the time, no one knew that a green armored super soldier stepping out of a cryopod would become one of the most iconic moments in gaming history. From its intuitive controls to its sweeping story, Combat Evolved wasn't just a game, it was a statement. And more than 2 decades later, it remains a masterclass in design, atmosphere, and innovation. First, let's talk about the setting. Halo Combat Evolved dropped players into a mysterious ringworld with no real explanation, only a sense of wonder. The game's second mission, Halo, is one of the most legendary in gaming. After crash landing on the ring, players step out of a grassy cliffside, the sky open, the music swells, and you realize you are somewhere entirely new. That sense of exploration, scale, and mystery is something games are still trying to replicate today. The story was deceptively deep. On the surface, it's a sci-fi shooter. Shoot the aliens, save the humans. But dig a little deeper, and you uncover ancient alien civilizations, religious fanaticism, military desperation, and one of the coolest sci-fi threats in gaming, the Flood. What begins as a war against the Covenant turns into a horror survival thriller halfway through the game, and Combat Evolved executes that tonal shift flawlessly. Speaking of the Flood, let's just pause to appreciate that reveal. The mission 343 Guilty Spark is the moment the game goes from awesome to unforgettable. You enter a silent, foggy jungle, investigate the ruins of a Forerunner structure, and then all hell breaks loose. Those first moments fighting the Flood are burned into the memories of every player. It was terrifying, unexpected, and instantly iconic. Halo suddenly became more than a shooter. It became a mystery, a horror story, and a survival game all in one. The gameplay was groundbreaking. Before Halo, first-person shooters on console were clunky, awkward, and just not fun. Bungie revolutionized the formula with twin-stick controls, smooth aim acceleration, and intelligent enemy AI. The enemies didn't just charge, they flanked, retreated, and coordinated. Grunts panicked when elites died. Jackals used shields tactfully. The Covenant felt alive. This wasn't a shooting gallery, it was a battlefield. And let's not forget the weapons. Every gun in Combat Evolved had personality. The iconic pistol could take out an elite in 3 shots. The plasma rifle felt alien and deadly. The Needler was weird but satisfying. And then there was the sniper rifle, the rocket launcher, and the mighty shotgun, especially handy when the Flood came calling. Weapon design in Halo CE was a perfect balance between simplicity and tactical choice. But what really sets Halo CE apart was a sandbox design. Vehicles weren't a gimmick, they were part of the experience. The Warthog was bouncy, chaotically fun, and controlling it was a whole skill in itself. The Ghost introduced sleek alien technology with intuitive design. The fact that you could jump into vehicles seamlessly, and that they were integrated into the campaign in meaningful ways, was revolutionary. Then there's co-op mode. Playing Combat Evolved with a friend in split screen was a rite of passage. Fighting side by side through waves of Covenant and Flood, flipping Warthogs, surviving impossible odds. It created stories. Halo was fun alone, but with a friend, it was unforgettable. That couch co-op experience, combined with the emerging LAN party culture, turned Combat Evolved into a social phenomenon. The music. Oh, the music. Composed by Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore, Combat Evolved's soundtrack is a masterpiece. The main theme, with its Gregorian chanting and pounding drums, is instantly recognizable. But the rest of the soundtrack carries equal weight. From haunting ambient noises during exploration to adrenaline-pumping combat tracks, the music wasn't just background. It told the story. It gave Halo a soul. Graphically, Combat Evolved was ahead of its time. The lighting, reflections, and large draw distances made the ringworld feel alive and endless. Indoor Forerunner architecture felt ancient and advanced all at once. Outdoor environments were lush and open. And even if the infamous library level tested your patience, it showed Bungie's willingness to experiment with pacing, tension, and scale. Let's not ignore how tightly polished the enemy AI was. Bungie didn't make enemies that just stood in place waiting to die. Elites dodged grenades. Grunts fled in fear. Hunters worked in pairs. The way each enemy faction behaved made every encounter feel dynamic and different. Even today, Halo CE's AI can surprise you. That makes replaying the game not only nostalgic, but fun. The impact on the industry cannot be overstated. Halo Combat Evolved didn't just sell Xbox consoles, it justified their existence. It proved that first-person shooters could thrive on console. It laid the groundwork for Halo 2's Xbox Live revolution. It introduced an entire generation to sci-fi storytelling in games, inspired competitors, and helped create the modern FPS formula we know today. The lore seated in Combat Evolved also planted the roots of one of the most expansive sci-fi universes in gaming. The Forerunners, the Halo Rings, the Flood, and Cortana, all introduced in CE, would go on to define more than 2 decades of storytelling. But Bungie didn't spoon-feed it to us. It trusted players to ask questions, explore, and learn through gameplay. That trust is part of what made it so immersive. One of the most incredible aspects of Halo Combat Evolved is how well it still holds up. Thanks to its strong art direction, tight mechanics, and thoughtful design, it's still fun today, especially in its remastered form via Halo Anniversary. Whether you're a veteran returning to relive the glory days, or a newcomer exploring for the first time, Combat Evolved still delivers an unforgettable experience. Lastly, Halo CE was the beginning of something greater. It wasn't just a great game. It was a cultural touchstone. It launched one of the most iconic franchises in gaming, gave us unforgettable characters like Master Chief and Cortana, and established the tone and style of a universe that continues to inspire fans today. From LAN parties and Xbox launch memories to meme-worthy one-liners and epic boss battles, Halo Combat Evolved didn't just evolve the genre, it transcended it. Hey guys, I had a lot of fun recording this, put a lot of work into it, so I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, just leave me a like and a comment, let me know. Subscribe would be great too, and let me know what games you all would like to see in the future. As always, I'm Big Chin Gaming, y'all have a good one, and I'm going to leave you with my favorite cutscene from Halo CE.